What's up, everyone? We'll do Buster DRAN first. For sure. We don't have HASBRO wire room. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it proved out to be correct. I was patient. And look at that. HASBRO wire room coming in the deck set straight away. So that's going to be very, very nice to get. For sure. So yeah, you be patient, guys. And stuff will pop up in the right spots. Just like the bays with the scalping stuff. Just be patient. And yeah, you will get your opportunity. You know? That's all you gotta do. And yeah, let's get into it. What's up, Blue? Ads, yeah, it happens. But it helps fund, obviously, getting more bays, you know, on the channel. So, it's alright. For sure. It's a double-edged sword, you know? The ads help get more Beyblades, and yeah. But the ads also kind of take away some of the fun of the video. What was the first bang? I'm in an ad as well, so I can't really see the comments at the moment because I have another device on so I can see what's going on. But for sure, we could do some nice Buster up against Strike. I do not have 150 at the moment, okay? Hopefully that changes in the next week or two. First round. Oh, okay. This is going to be a good match for sure. Strike is going to be good. Alright, 2-0. Let's go. Alright, there's a lot of combos. Alright. Strike with a split finish. Alright, give me 1 sec, guys. Alright, that's a win. Strike DRAN. Alright. Buster DRAN. Fire 80 XL. We just did Buster, so do we do that? XL, yeah, alright. Alright, 580 XL, Silver Wolf. What we can do with Silver Wolf is we can do 160 hex instead of 150. Alright. So yeah, we'll just get the combos going. We'll do a nice queue and then we'll get into some more battles. Alright. For sure, Blue. Try it. It might be a little harder this time around, but for sure, you got this, Blue. For sure. Alright, Silver Wolf. I just got a Silver Wolf, and I'm so happy that we actually get a Silver Wolf in the deck set, because that means that's another spare Silver Wolf. That's how you guys got to look at it for sure. The recolor is a great spare for backup for bays. Alright, 160 Hexa. No, I do not have 150 at the moment. And then got a Silver Wolf. What's up, Allison? What's up, everyone? Oh, come on. It always sucks when you try to look for a bay and you just can't find it, man. We can't get away, bro. We don't want you, bro. Yeah, like, how many Beyblades get made? Like, tens of thousands of Beyblades of the same bay gets made. I'm looking for a good deal and then I'll buy it. Or an MSRP. There's no point of supporting the scalpers, you know? Just let them have dead stock. You'll find the bay eventually. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is with that, for sure, Blue, of course. If you know, I think that makes plenty of sense, right? Putting my money where my mouth is. Alright, Buster DRAN 580 XL. I can obviously go buy from the scalpers, but what does that do? That just hurts the hobby for other people. So why would I do that? And obviously I'm just buying a bay for 3 times the price of this shit, you know? To finish, Buster. But if you want the truth though, with 150, I can let you on a little secret, alright? So I was going on a proxy server site And to be honest, I found a Bahamut Blitz for just above MSRP, like maybe $5 above MSRP, and maybe I've got that coming to the channel very, very soon on pre-order. Maybe it's in Japan. So yeah, but I don't want to spoil anything, and also I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. 3 to 3. What's up, Matt Have? What's up, man? After a 3. And yeah, that's a win. Strike DRAN. Alright, next one, Sterling Wolf, 160 Hexa. That's a win, 1 point for Silver Wolf. This one goes shit. Goes shit. Alright, 2-0. Silver Wolf. Goes shit. Let's charge up from strike. Let's do it. Yeah, I don't have 870 yet. To finish, Wolf. What's up, Alexander? We can do 580 wall ball. It's a little weird, but I'm all for weird combos, man. Uniqueness is obviously the fun of the hobby, man. Strike with the win. Yeah, of course. There's a lot of combos, so if I miss any, it's my bad, alright, chat? But it's a little hard to sometimes read when the chat's just banging through. I gotta get used to that. Even if I can read, I can't just make the combo straight away, you know? Let's see. 760 wedge. Would that be good? Blue, let me know. Yeah, 760 wedge. We could do that. Alright, let's grab some 760. Let's chuck a wedge. Perseus has a wedge. Yes, I remember you, the sound. Yeah, I do remember you, bro. Alright, Sterling Wolf, 760 wedge. We're doing a lot of Sterling Wolf, huh? The master versus the student, huh? I'm all for it. All for it. Yeah, it looks pretty solid, Blue, for sure. 760 wedge, looking pretty solid. Strike DRAN has quite a lot of recoil though. Spin finish for the almighty Strike DRAN. Shit. Let's finish. 3-0. Yeah, of course I have 580. It's just, you know, certain new parts that I'm missing. Of course I have Clock Mirage, of course. Nice knockout. Strike DRAN with the win. Yeah, Clock Hexa. Alright, cool. What ratchet would you want on that, bro? Sword DRAN 370 needle. We could definitely try that. I can't do 960 on Clock Mirage, bro. 760 dot, that's right. That's what we might have. That's right. I knew I was forgetting something, bro. 760 dot. Interesting. Nice grippy bay. We can definitely do that. So we'll just do 965 on clock because I can't do 960 on clock. There's just no way. Alright, next combo, 580 on wall ball for Sterling Wolf. Knockout, 2 points, strike DRAN. Then what do you need that for? Strike DRAN. We're not changing our strike DRAN's combo just yet, alright? We're keeping stock DRAN for now, okay? For strike. We gotta use the stock a little longer, you know? Alright, 2 points, Sterling, let's keep it going. Alright, cool, that's clear, Alex, no problem. That's 3-2 for the almighty Sterling Wolf in the lead. Good finish. That's a win. Strike DRAN. Yes, we have. It's pretty solid. Man, we really like bloody Sterling Wolf this time, don't we? Let me find a free ball real quick. That's not a free ball. 1 sec, chat. Oh my goodness gracious. There it is. There's a free ball. Alright, cool. Let's keep it moving. Next Beyblade, just for you, Blue. One Wizard, 760 on dot. Push it. Push it. The finish would have been nice, but an extreme finish with strike DRAN. Yeah, we're not using hover. I said I was going to wait for the hover, and guess what? CT released it in a deck set, so looks like the wait will be over for that soon. The finish was a rug. Alright, let's go again. 2-3. Strike in the lead. Alright, what a great launch, huh? Absolutely amazing launch. Let's go again. To finish. 3-3. Tie it up. Alright, let's go again. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. It did get extreme finish by Strike, but Strike has that weight, man. The finish was a rub. Alright, next bay, Clock Mirage, 965 on Hexer. Let's finish 2 points, Strike DRAN. Yeah, that's understandable, boy. Hopefully you do good in there, man. Get an easy top 3. Come on, man. Let's finish. What's the word for Strike DRAN? Next one. Sword DRAN, 370 on Needle. Alright, see ya, Blue. Hope you have a great day, man. Enjoy the tournament. Nice extreme finish from Strike DRAN. Of course we can do that. Of course, later Z, of course we can. Nice hit. Survivor finish. Alright, cool. 1-2. Sword DRAN gets his first point. 160 Hexa on Sword DRAN. We can definitely do that. I don't see a problem with that. Alright, we'll put that in the queue. 160 on Hexa. Alright, next up, Sterling Wolf's back with 450 and free ball. Sword DRAN stock. Okay. You can do that. To finish, Sterling Wolf. Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. Big buff on DRAN sword weight is definitely going to help it out. What's the SW? Silver Wolf? It was okay. We'll just do what we're stuck with at the moment, okay? Sterling Wolf with the win. Alright, one sec. Let me just grab a ratchet. Let's do it. It depends what you're looking for in Dragoon. If you're looking for the mirror match, 960 Elevate's probably your best bet against another Elevate Dragoon. But I quite like something like 450 or 460 on it. It looks really cool. It doesn't really burst too much, but if you're looking for the mirror match, 960 Elevate. That's for string launchers as well, though. I do more string launcher stuff, okay? Alright, next combo. Phoenix Wing, 370 on free ball. Good shit. 3, 2, 1, good shit. Nice knockout from Phoenix Wing. Shoot. Shoot. The finish. Phoenix Wing. The shoot. The shoot. Alright, 3-0. Phoenix Wing in the lead. Yeah, 160 needle would not be ideal on Cobalt, for sure. Alright, next one. Hell's Reaper, turn, operate. I'm really digging this, man. This is a nice anime battle right here. I'm digging it. How much is this stadium? I don't know how much it is now, but this was on the original stadium set with DRAN sword. So I paid like $100 for it, Australian. So like, what is that? $70 USD? But I don't know how much it is now. It's probably a little bit more. Maybe like 120 Australian. So finish, 1 point. Hell's Reaper, second round. Let's go. To finish, 1-1, tie it up. Good shit. 2-0. Hell's Reaper in the lead. No, it's alright, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I try my best with what I got, you know? You don't have to get the most expensive stuff. You just gotta, you know, work with what you got. That's all with the editing stuff, you know? Yeah, Hell's Reaper's going down, isn't it? Of course, Alex, of course. So finish, winner, Hell's Reaper. Next one, Sword DRAN, 160 Hexa. To finish, Sword DRAN. Shit. To finish, Sword DRAN. 2-0. Shoot. Shoot. That's it. But yeah, Sword DRAN got a bit more stamina. And yeah, 3-0 to Sword DRAN. Alright, let's go again. Shoot. To finish, Strike DRAN. 3-1. 3-2-1, go shoot. Go shoot. Yeah, stream launches are very solid for sure, Gilbert. I agree with that. They're actually really nice for precision. That's a win. Sword DRAN, 4-1. And I guess Impact Drake 780 gear point is getting put in the queue as we speak. Alright, next combo is legit just stock Sword DRAN. Let's do it. Who's gonna get the spin finish? It's gonna be a tie, okay. Nice hit. Alright, let's see who gets the first point. Strike DRAN. Nice. The finish. Saw DRAN. Alright, 1-1. Tying up. The finish. Saw DRAN. That's it. The finish. Saw DRAN. Saw DRAN in the lead, actually. Yeah, that would be nice, Gilbert, for sure. Oh, Saw DRAN. Alright, 3-1, man. Sword is actually, ladies and gentlemen, Gilbert. Sword is going to take this rate. Speak of the devil. Saw DRAN with the win. Very, very nice. Alright, let's build that. So, kick. Vice Tiger. 060. Very nice. Alright, next combo there. Silver Wolf, 160 under flat. Good finish. Sterling Wolf. Second round. Yeah, if it had a bit more weight, for sure, it'd be really good. Vice Tiger, for sure. Kind of similar to like Shinobi Shadow, yeah? Shinobi Shadow would be a monster if it weighed the same as something like a Zero. But yeah. The finish. Strike DRAN. One. Keep moving. Well, that's honestly not real then, is it? Because clock can't use 160. It's the finish for nobody. We'll just start off with the other impact direct combo set, alright? That's the next combo. 780 on gear point. We'll just start off with that for now, okay? Alright, Sterling Wolf with the win. Next one, impact Drake, 780 gear point. Well, it doesn't use any ratchet. Clock Mirage can only use simple ratchets. So whoever's saying that's incorrect. You can't use ratchet integrated bits, and you can't use regular ratchets on clock. I'll show you as well if you want, man. I don't debate it, but yeah. Of course, Clock Mirage is really good with the simple ratchet. I can definitely do that. Alright, so the finish, Impact Drake, I believe. I could be wrong. But yeah, we'll just say Impact Drake. This is definitely a heavy hitting matchup for sure. To finish, Strike DRAN. I was gonna use we can actually meet in the middle if you want Gilbert to show out Clock Mirage. We can use the under needle, but I'm thinking 75. My 75 is actually pretty tight for a simple ratchet, so I kind of want to use that instead. Instead of AOK. So finish, Strike DRAN, 3-3. Next point takes the win. That's a win. Impact Drake. Can you use an under flat, under needle bit after that? Can you see gear flat? I suppose we can. Gear flat's pretty interesting, but we can try that for sure. Alright, Vice Tiger, 0-60 kick. Yeah, Vice Tiger's got it. 1 point for Vice. That's it. That's it. Yes, the finish, Vice Tiger. The finish, Strike DRAN. Good shit. Alright, 2-1. Vice Tiger in the lead. Alright, 3-1. Get to a good shit. Nice tap strike, making quick work of Vice Tiger. What's up, Thunder Toys? Welcome to the stream. Alright, next combo. Cobalt Dragoon. Cobalt Drake. What am I talking about? Cobalt Drake. 0-60 on gear point. Weird combo, but all for it. To finish, Cobalt Drake. Yeah, Cobalt Drake, no matter what you do, unfortunately, it's going to be over $100 Australian. But yeah, just hold off, man. Hold off. You will find Cobalt Drake for a good price, bro. Even if it comes in another release, and you have to wait till the end of the day later, you'll find it, bro. Don't worry about it. Exactly. HASBRO will eventually release it. Extreme finish. Cobalt Drake with the win. 4-0. Alright, next bay. Clock Mirage 75 under needle. Not really. The US is actually kind of cheap. Clock Mirage. Yeah, I'm reading it. Yeah, what do you forget to tell me? Because like conversions and stuff, the US is pretty cheap compared to everywhere else, to be honest. Oh, very nice, man. What type of acting? Like movie acting or like stunt acting? Of course, Cobalt Drake, you can do it. Cobalt Dragoon. Clock Mirage, I'm actually very interested, man, on the audition. What audition did you do? What's the audition for? Are you in the ad? Are you in the sneak attack base standing ad? Let me know. That's kind of crazy, bro, if you are. Nice knockout. 2-2, we're tied up. Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question for sure. Obviously, you don't have to disclose that if you don't want to. Yeah, that's pretty good. So strike jam with the win. That's really good. For what, like a couple days probably? Of work? That's pretty good, man. $3K is good, for sure. If it's true, man, 3K is pretty good. For sure, for sure. For an ad, 3K is pretty good. Clock Mirage, 755. You're flat. You'll get there, Blader Z. I'm not even at that level. One day of work, that's really good, man. That's really good. If that's true, man, that's bloody solid. No, I believe you, bro. I believe you. That is insane, though, man. Congrats on that. It's very nice. You probably have to message me on, like, Twitter. Probably. You have to message me on Twitter, probably. But yeah, great work, man. For sure, you deserve that. If you got 3K from that, from a HASBRO ad, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Is that the new meta? Are you gonna get into some ass chat? Holy moly! All right, strike DRAN with the win. Yeah, I can believe that for sure. We have done 060 kick. Yeah, unfortunately, they do that sometimes, where the person filming doesn't have a clue what the actual thing is. Oh, that is cringe, isn't it? The clicking of the launcher. That is corny. Let's do some Cobalt Dragoon now, but yeah, that is some corniness right there. The cracking of the launcher like that is just AIDS, bro. It honestly gives me brain damage. Makes my head hurt, to be honest. To finish, Cobalt Dragoon. Push it. Push it. Nice knockout. But yeah, send me the proof on Twitter if you want, bro. I'd love to see the proof, man. I'd love to see the proof. I'm not gonna public it or anything, obviously. But don't give me any information that you're not comfortable giving, alright? Of course. Oh, nice knockout from Strike. Push it. Push it. Alright, nice jump from Turbo. Oh yeah, speaking of rampant, boom, rampant baby, let's go. Cobalt with the win there. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh, first finish, strike, taking down Cobalt. That is it for Cobalt, man. Yeah, we have done a DRAN 360 flat. It's a solid, it's just solid. You know, that's like the benchmark attack tap still, which is really nice. Are you trying to say you only have Instagram and Facebook? Alright, we'll have to figure something out then, bro. Because I only have Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it and YouTube. That's all I have. Rampanacious on wedge. Nice knockout. 2 points, Rampant. Black Shell 360 on dot. Of course we can do that. That seems actually really cool. A Black Shell combo. We'll take it. That's 2-2. But if that happens again, we'll count it as a snipe. Alright, let's do it. Let's go again. Yeah, on technicality, yeah, you can technically say that. I'm just trying to say that obviously it's the HASBRO version, correct, DRAN? So yeah. You can say that as well. So, yeah, the quality's a bit better on the TT. They use a bit better materials and stuff like that. No, I don't have TikTok. We'll figure it out though, we'll figure it out. I only have Twitter at the moment. Nice! Strike DRAN with the win. I try to keep minimalist on this channel as much as possible. I should probably make an Instagram, shouldn't I? But it is what it is. It's fine. 360. 360. Let's grab a 360. Very nice. Black Shell. Oh, we're going back to the clicking, bro. Stop, you're gonna get... I hate clicking, bro. It's popping up in my head, bro. Gotta stop, please. Oh yeah, chat, I'll give you guys a little, that's just a meme. I'll give you guys a little, hack on how to watch the Beyblade X episodes, ladies and gentlemen. Just make a now account. It's completely free. It's a safe website. It's an Australian website. You might have to use a VPN, and they have the season 3 episodes up. That's what I'm doing as soon as I'm off the stream, chat. I'm watching season 3 Beyblade X. Alright. Black Shell, 360 bucks. Knockout. 2 points. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Go shoot. Extreme finish. Well, apparently it worked because we just lost upside down and that was 3 points, baby. Of course, of course. What's up, Leo? Fantastic man. Welcome to the stream, bro. Smith finish. Black Shell with the win right there. 1 more point for Black Shell to officially put down Strike DRAN. To finish, Black Shell with the win. Alright, Impact Drake 570 all. That is right. We should probably do that, shouldn't we? 570. Impact Draco. Very nice. Combo 160 on Hexa 5. Of course. 160 on Hexa for Black Shot. We can definitely do that. Let's stack up some combos here and let's make it happen. On Obsidian, let's grab some Obsidian. Very, very nice. Dragoon Storm. Okay. Stock Dragoon Storm. Can definitely do that. I think it's just going to get bullied, but that's fine by me. That is fine by me. We are going to bully Dragoon S for sure. Grab a merge on Bullet Griffin. Can you do Hell's Might Assault 660 ball? Of course. We get a nice little queue going on, and then we'll just start hammering the bays against Strike Drain. I think that's pretty good idea. Hell's Might. Hell's Might. Assault. Let's grab some assault. It's gonna be pretty salty, man. Assault. There it is. Wait, before you start, yeah, of course. We might as well do some nice Q&A stuff while we're doing it. Of course, any questions? For sure. Hell's... I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Do King of the Stadium Court. I don't know what that... I'm having a blank. What is that? Winner of the match gets to do the next round. We could probably do that eventually. I don't see doing that at the moment because obviously DRAN Strike is the star bay of the stream. So if DRAN Strike loses to Impact Drake straight away, then it kind of defeats the purpose of the stream. But for sure, we can definitely do something like that eventually down the road, for sure. Yeah, this is a lot better than Gear Point, huh? Spit Finish, Impact Drake. Nice burst. That is a win for Strike Drain. No, that's okay. I'll definitely add it to the queue of ideas. Not sure if we're going to do it or not, but I appreciate the suggestion, for sure. Your shit. Knockout. That's a win for Strike Drain. Next one, Phoenix Wing, 270 level. Let's see you guys. This Phoenix Wing should be pretty good. Good shit. Alright, Phoenix making quick work of Strike Drain. Black Shell, 160 on Hexter for me. Big DRAN Sword. 160 Hexter, well guess what? That's already in the queue. And that's the next combo, so let's do it. Just change the stadium there. Alright, let's go. Hexter's just really good, huh? They tried to make it a balanced bit, but really and truly it's more of a stamina defense type bit with great burst resistance. Finish for Shell, 3-0. Alright, let's go again. Shoot. Alright, I guess that counts. I can't believe Strike Drone did that, but alright. Black Shell with the win. Next combo is legit just Dragoon S. GG's Dragoon. I hope you don't get destroyed too badly. Dragoon S, let's do it. We're actually going to match here. Split finish. Strike DRAN. I do not have Spider-Man. I don't have any of the card base. They're just remolds of other things. I definitely could do that. I probably won't, just because obviously Strike DRAN combo video live stream today. So yeah, not a terrible idea at all. The finish. Strike DRAN. Oh, shoot. Come on, Dragoon. Full power. Honestly, Dragoon's not doing trash. I thought it would have done a lot worse. Oh, that's a tie. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Nice knockout from Strike DRAN, 4-0. But Dragoon actually did pretty solid there. Can't hate on it at all. Alright, next combo. Hell's Might. Assault 660 on ball. Go shoot. Shoot. Oh, nice knockout from the almighty Strike DRAN. Should I? I might as well, right? You're commenting, supporting the channel. Shout out Alexander right there. I'll shout you out, bro. Not a problem. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Sometimes I'm just a little tired. It happens. You know, but who needs sleep all the time, you know? It's a knockout. Strike DRAN with the win. Alright, let's go. Next bay. Bullet Griffin on merge. Go shoot. Go shoot. Alright, well that was quick, wasn't it? Bullet Griffin hanging in there. And 1 point for Bullet Griffin. Alright, let's go for the second round. Go shoot. And Strike is good at doing that, huh? 2-1, Strike in the lead. Go shoot. Alright, next round, let's do it. You can change the bit, but you can't change the ratchet. UX expand bays are fused to the ratchet, which honestly makes them pretty solid, to say the least, in my opinion. I think UX expand will be the future meta, the way we are going, at least, because they're very, very hard to burst. Go shoot. Go shoot. Yeah, that's a win. Strike DRAN. Yeah, we could do Hexa for sure. Stock combo DRAN's Brave on heavy. Alright, let's stack them up. Honestly, I might back down on the bullet because it only gets to do one battle. A battle. It gets put in timeout because it's very undurable, but we might as well do it now because I kind of said it. But this is the last massive bullet, alright? Just because it's so fragile, the plastic prawns. But we'll do it, because I did agree to it. Now let's do DRAN's Brave. Let's do it. I agreed to it, I'm a man of my word, I've got to stick to my words. So let's do it here. So 660. Let's make our DRAN's Brave because it's scattered into like legit 1,000 pieces. Slash is here. Alright, let's do it. Okay. Let's go. Put the heavy on Brave. Alright, let's do some Bullet Griffin first. Good shit. Alright, first round with Griffin. Let's do it. Nah, I don't think so. It just depends against what bay though. But against generally the average bay, Clock Mirage is fairly strong, in my opinion. Compared to the average bay, Clock Mirage is good. It's easily an A tier blade in the Baylite X. Alright, 2-1. DRAN Strike in the lead. BBB. Oh shit. Nice, the shadow clone's doing the work. Nice. No, I don't think so. I disagree. I'll agree to disagree with that. The finish. 3-2. Bullet Griffin back in the lead. That's a win for the almighty Strike DRAN. Next combo, DRAN's Brave, heavy 660 on Vortex. Yeah, of course, it's like kind of like the perfect yin and yang tag team Bullet Griffin is. You get one nice relaxed stamina type, and then you got one, the bait, aka the Shadow Clone that is just going for it. Makes quite an effective team. Alright, knockout, Strike DRAN. To finish, Strike DRAN. We've got low impact direct combos, alright? To finish, Strike DRAN to win. Alright, let me just check what that impact Drake combo was, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. Low rush. Okay. Alright, low rush. Let me just find a low rush, guys. DRAN's Buster 160, please. If you have, of course I have that. And of course we can do that. Alright, low rush. I'm trying to find my low rush. Very nice. Alright. 160 Haxa. We can do that too. 160. Alright. Alright, one more combo. Alright, we're doing all the combos. Let's do it. Impact Drake, 770 on the needle. Knockout, strike DRAN with the win. Alright, next one, Impact Drake, 970 low rush. Nice knockout, 2 points, strike DRAN. Oh! To finish, Impact Drake. To finish, would have been nice. Strike DRAN though, ending Impact Drake's run. Alright, next combo. Buster DRAN, 160 hexa. Alright, looks like that combo works. Best finish, 2 points for Buster. The finish, strike DRAN. 2 to 1, let's go. To finish, 2 to 2. To finish, strike DRAN. Nice pushback, Buster, 3 to 3. Next point takes the win. Seven, six, 4, 6. I don't want to. Strike with the win. I don't really want to use my health set because it's kind of like starting to crack and I need to find another one, essentially. So if that's alright, that's cool, but that's not an excuse, that's legit the fact, okay? No, it's alright, Polytoad. Seb, it's alright, Seb the Blader. AKA Polytoad, it's alright. Alright, Rampant. Free ball, let's do it. To finish, Rampant Aegis. Nice, man. I highly recommend it if you're looking for fun, but competitively it's a no-go, for sure. But if you're looking for cool gimmicks and some fun bears, for sure. But gimmick, what, like in terms of meta-wise, it's not that good, Seth. If you're just there for some fun, sneak attack is not bad at all. But you can obviously get a lot of good stuff. So for 30 bucks, then yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer then, isn't it? I was going to say, for the price of it, you can probably get a lot of other bays that are just as good, if not better. But if you go for 30 bucks or 30 bucks, really great. Knockout, 3-2. Strike DRAN, jogging to the lead. Good shit. Good shit. To finish, Rapid Aegis, 3-3. Yeah, Hex up, but I can't handle it. It's great. It's got some good speed when it needs to be speedy, a little bit evasive, and it's got great stamina and brilliant life after death. I can't handle Hexer at all. Totally makes sense. Rapid with the win. Alright, next one. Cobalt Dragoon 450 Elevate. It's up to you if you want to share it, Seb, alright? It's up to you, man. If you don't want it. If it's sad, if it's a little too sad, you don't have to share if you don't want to. Yeah, Kana Shinobi's next. That was way too quick, man. 5-0 just like that for Strike DRAN. That's GG's, isn't it? No, that's a double sword for sure. I don't know, man. Kana Shinobi, Hexa. Yeah, it does suck. Hopefully you can get another Scorpion Sphere or like a nice recall. Hopefully comes out soon in like a deck or something. Yeah. But yeah, that's alright, P. For sure. To finish, Kana Shinobi. Good shit. Good shit. No, that's understandable. That's understandable. To finish, Kana Shinobi. Good shit. Good shit. Next tap. To finish, Kana Shinobi. Alright, they're from good shit. Honestly, Kana's holding up pretty good. Which honestly makes me want to put Kana up against Cobalt, to be honest. Which I might have to do now. To finish, Kana with the win. Alright, we definitely have to put it up against the almighty Cobalt. We'll take a little direction from that. Free flat, 760 Scorpion. I can agree with that. That should be pretty fun. What can we use that against, though? We could definitely bring out the Scorpion. It's a bit more than an hour, so we could technically change a little bit. 760. I've got an idea of who we can put it up against. 760. Where are you, 760? 760. I know it's here. 760. Alright, there's 760. Nice. Alright, Rapid Aegis, free ball up against Scorpion Sphere, 760 on free flat. Which is kind of weird, but yeah. Good shit. Let's see who takes it first. To finish, Rampant. Yeah, Kana's really weird, and same with Rampant. I feel like it's just the fact that UX expand bands are just really good. Really, really solid bands. To finish, cutter. Good shit. Extreme finish, 3-2. Nice. Oh, it's on free ball. Rampage. But yeah, Hex is pretty solid on it as well. There is really nice stamina and defense potential with Rampage. If it weighed a good weight, it would be insane. And maybe that's why it's so light, huh? Just want to make sure that it's not too OP. That's a win for Rampant. Next combo matchup. Let's do a nice Kana Shinobi Hexa up against Cobalt Dragoon 450 on Elevate. Nah, definitely Hexa. This ball is just not that good. Got a new idea. Yeah, let me know, Seth. Let me know. Scorpion Sphere 960 bounce right? Yeah. We can definitely give that a go. I might give it a go. That's a tie. Let's go again. Let's see who takes this stamina matchup here. Do you want the rematch against Rampant with Bounce Spike? Let me know. Spin finish. Cobalt Dragoon. Good shit. Good shit. 1-0. Cobalt Dragoon in the lead. We are not doing M85. That would be so ridiculous, bro. M85 merge. We're just looking for a burst, aren't we there? We're looking to throw that match. Now who's going to get it? It's going to be a close match. It is Kana Shinobi, 1-1. 3-2-1, go shit. Good shit. Nice hits. Cobalt coming out with an urgency there. To finish, Kana Shinobi. Alright, let's go again. 3-2-1, go shoot. 3-2-1, go shoot. Alright, 2-1. Cutter in the lead. Cutter cutting up Cobalt. The finish, Cobalt Dragoon 2-2. Alright, that's GG's. Cobalt with the win, 5-3. Let's do a Scorpion Sphere Rampant Aegis rematch. Free ball still on it. 960 bounce back now on Scorpion Sphere. Alright, let's do it. Rematch color against who? Against do you want to change the combo and color? Like, let me know. What would be the best idea for a rematch? Knockout, 2-0. Scorpion in the lead. Rematch, but rip Cobalt first. We can do that for sure. Alright, now taps. Let's see who takes it. So finish. Scorpion. Good shit. Good shit. Like any other barrel to burst, because Rapid is just so nice and circular and a part of the US stand, it's so much harder to burst. Of course we can do Golem Rock. We'll do Cutter and Golem against Cobalt, alright? To finish, Scorpion Sphere. With the win. Alright, very nice. Alright, first one. The rematch, just go, but Cobalt's going to be launched first all the time. Let's see if we change this. And that's Rock, Golem stock for sure. Hexa is on Cutter as well. To finish, Cobalt Dragoon. Second round. Knockout, 3-0, Cobalt Dragoon. With Cobalt being launched first against Golem Rock as well. Let me know. Yeah, 3-0. Cobalt just came out way too strong in this match. I think Cutter's cooked. Oh, a tie, okay. Cutter hanging in there. That's definitely a win for Cobalt. Alright. Golem Rock, let's do it. We'll just take turns on launches with these two. 2 points. Cobalt Dragoon with a knockout. To finish, Cobalt Dragoon. That's it. That's it. 2-0, Cobalt Dragoon. First finish, 2-3. I like to play it out. That's a win. Cobalt Dragoon. I've got an idea. Cutter Shinobi on level. maybe a level might get the job done. Just try it out. To finish, Cobalt Dragoon. Alright, second round, 3 times shoot. 3 times shoot. That definitely did not work. We can do that if you want. $580. Okay, $580. $580. Let me grab a $580. Alright, let's do it. Alright. What's the run? 5.8 hexa. Trying to get that win against the almighty Cobalt Dragoon. Yo, what's up? Hey, welcome back to the stream, bro. Welcome back to the stream. Who won the first round, chat? Let me know. I didn't look and it ended before my eyes, man. To finish was a run. Ever tried Pokerage, any simple ratchets, either flat or gear flat? Yeah, I have. I don't really like flat on it too much, to be honest. Alright, wasn't wrong with that point there. Let's go. Alright, that's fair enough. I'm just going to look at the first round to make sure that we do see if Cobalt wins here. That's fair. We'll agree to disagree. I like gear flat as well, just not on clock. Yeah, Cobalt took down Wizard for sure. 960 on kick. Let's do it. Kick, kick, kick. Where are you, kick? There we are. Extreme finish, 3 points. Tyrone beat. I suppose we could do kick for Mirage, but then the question is, what's the simple ratchet we use then? Number 3, Cobalt definitely down, but 100% not out. To finish, 2 to 3. Cobalt's starting to make a comeback. Let's go, Toronto. Nice, Toronto going on the offense. Well, they're all burstable, they're simple ratchets. We'll go 450 because it's the lowest, so it should be the hardest to burst. Yeah, 3 to 3. Tie it up. This one gets shoot. This one gets shoot. Yeah, that is GG's. That's a win for Cobalt. Alright, let's whip out another combo. Clock Mirage, 45 kick. Good shit. Good shit. First finish, 2 points. Cobalt, I think we have to medium launch clock, and that really does suck. But I feel like we have to medium launch clock. So like that. And we'll do a soft launch for Cobalt as well. Trying to see if we can help our clock a little bit here. To finish, Cobalt Dragoon. This is cooked, guys. This is cooked. Cobalt is definitely gonna win this. You know we can do that? 560. Way away. Yeah, Cobalt closing in. Cobalt with the win. Alright, next combo, way away, 560 level. Alright, let's do it. Which one gets shoot? To finish, Cobalt Dragoon, 1-0. Shoot. 3-0. That's an easy win for Cobalt. Alright, let's try Rapid Aegis on level. I've got some shenanigans with this and I think it might work. So shoot. Shoot. Let's see what Rampant can do. I feel like Rampant has a good shot, guys. We gotta give it a shot. To finish, Rampant Aegis. Good shoot. Good shoot. Rampant's just gotta avoid getting knocked out. Yeah, Cobalt's really good. Your deck's quality is very solid. The Whale Wave looks great. It's just, man, Cobalt is just that good. We can do that. Oh. To finish, Rapid Aegis. Nice speed up. Nice little taps. To finish, Cobalt. Great shoot. Shoot. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have Hover, but we're gonna get in the deck set, so it's alright. Rampant 3-1. Cobalt in trouble here. Let's see if Cobalt can rally back anything against Rampant. Nice hits. We're doing underneath, alright? We've got that in the queue. We'll still put up against Cobalt, but Rampant Aegis look like it's gonna win. And Rampant Aegis with the win, with a score of 4-1, taking down Cobalt Dragoon, man. Rampant, really circular, really good. Alright, let's do Cobalt, Clock Mirage, M85 under needle. Honestly, Clock not doing bad. Not doing bad at all. Let's finish. Cobalt Dragoon, 2-0. Let's finish. Cobalt with a win. Yeah, some insult to injury as well there from Cobalt. We can get a different combo for sure. But yeah, Rampant level, really solid taking down Cobalt. Like this combo just out counted everything that Cobalt had. Okay, what else can we do here? What combos could we do? Oh, damn. DRAN Strike against Cobalt Dragoon, but on turbo. Waiting for that turbo to activate. There it is. Let's go. One point, Cobalt Dragoon. Alright, turbo's activated. Go. Split finish, Cobalt Dragoon. Straight away the flat launch, why not? Didn't work. It did not work though. That is GG's. That is 3-0. Alright, let's go again. Go shoot. Shoot. That's tap. Strike with it. And strike is out. 6-0. Absolute destruction from Cobalt Dragoon. Alright, next matchup, DRAN Strike, 450 low rush, Cobalt Dragoon, 450 elevate. Two points, DRAN Strike. Alright, 2-0, Strike DRAN in the lead. Good shit. Alright, 1 to 2. Cobalt with his first point. To finish, Cobalt Dragoon. Hover, I don't have hover, bro. I don't have hover. Waiting for the deck set. To finish, Cobalt Dragoon. That's a burst. That's a win, 4 to 3. For DRAN strike. Of course, we can do that. Back on the interstate. 360. Against Cobalt, right? Against Cobalt? Alright, cool. But I'm not sorry. 360. Rubber Excel. Plus Pegasus. Yeah, Cobalt Dragoon. That's fine. But, quick question. What assist blade should we use on Pegasus? Let me know. It will win Trust, yeah, but what assist blade though? Let me know. Assault, wheel, heavy. Let me know. On Perseus Dark Assist Blade, alright. On bump. We can do that. Wait, never mind, alright, well, we'll wait. We'll wait. Take your time. Okay, yes? Alright, let's do it then. No turning back now. 360, Pegasus Blast, Rubber Excel on bump. Let's do it. There's the combo. There's the Cobalt Dragoon combo. Let's do it. Alright, Pegasus, let's go Pegasus. To finish, Cobalt Dragoon. 1-0. Cobalt staying steady. Pegasus not looking too bad either though. Hanging in there. To finish, Cobalt Dragoon. Good shit. Good shit. Couple of nice hits from Pegasus. Cobalt though is still so strong, hanging in there. Spin finish. We can do Will if you want. We can just stop now and do Will. We can do Will. Because you said Perseus, Flame Cerberus has Will. We can do Will. Not a problem. Does this place close? Alright, let's restart with wheel, not a problem. Do you want to change the bit or do you want to keep the bit? Yes, please. Alright. So shoot. On wheel now, let's go. Okay. Bit more of a push there from Pegasus right there. Spin finish. Double Dragoon. Finish it. Go get him, Pegasus. Couple nice hits. Cobalt though staying strong. Alright, 1-0. Cobalt in the lead. Well, do you want to change it to Hexen? That's the last change though. Spin finish. Cobalt. Go shoot. Go shoot. Knockout, 2-2. That's what Pegasus needs right there. Let's go. Alright, that's our last change though with Pegasus, alright? We'll have to do a different combo afterwards. Alright, Pegasus Blast, wheel, Hexa. 360, let's do it. Slow tap, slow and steady. Wins the race with these two, huh? And Cobalt with the win. Who would have thought? Alright, second round, let's go. I guess coming out a bit more aggressive this time around. 3-0. Cobalt Dragoon. Yeah, just about. Yeah, Cobalt's just that good, you know? It's just that good. That'll be the last match most likely. That's the last combo and then we'll do one more match after that. So finish, Cobalt with the win. 960 Hexa is the last combo. Let's do it. And then we'll do one match with Strike DRAN to finish it off. Knockout, 2 points. Cobalt. Oh, okay. Hammer with an actual point right there. That's it. To finish, Cobalt. Good shit. Shit. Come on, have a look in. Oh, Cobalt, man. Too good. Alright, we did our best to beat Cobalt. Only combo that could do it was Rapid Ages on level. Now, what would be a good combo to finish off against Strike DRAN? Let's see. Alright, because we're going to finish off with Strike, alright? Honestly, Gale Wyvern, 580 gear ball, not terrible. 2 points, first, Strike DRAN. Second round. Alright, we gotta do that again. We took too long. Go shoot. Shoot. So finish, Gale. Go shoot. Go shoot. That's a win. Strike with the win. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll be back with a food review in the next 10, well, 12 minutes. Australian time, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, check out, in the meantime, check out the Strike DRAN unboxing, ladies and gentlemen. Show us some love so more people can see the awesomeness of Strike DRAN HASBRO version. And yes, to show the proof, QR code right there. I'm not sure if it works because I'm not sure if the update is ready or not, but boom, baby. But yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Don't go anywhere, though, unless you're going to go watch that awesome review to see more in depth of Strike DRAN. And yeah, we'll be back with the food review. Yeah, we back, chat. We back. Sorry about the wait, but you know, life happens. Let's continue. We've got our favorite thing right here, the cabaret. Oh yeah, we got the Cadbury Layered Fingers Chocolat. There's all the stuff on the back. Let's open it. It does have a nice slip here. I guess this is a luxury brand now because the prices are ridiculous on chocolate in Australia. But yeah, let's go into it. Can't even put them down properly, but so that's what it looks like. Let's take a bite. Not too bad. Not too bad. When they finish that finger, let's get a review. Honestly, that's an 8 out of 10. For chocolate, that's very, very good, ladies and gentlemen. I highly recommend buying them, especially if they're on sale. Don't pay MSRP for them. They're probably not. I'm probably just chatting shit and I haven't even looked at the prices. They're on the shelf. I just grabbed them. It is what it is. But yeah, shout out Allison, Antivirus, Thunder Toys, Demarcus, Benjamin, GG, K Bizzle, Hey Ames, Meton, Gilbert. We've got Blue, of course, Leo Fantastic, of course, Matt Hab, Alexander, and of course, the son of Jin right there. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow with another video because there is a lot of filming that I have to do next week. And you'll see it, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see it. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Adios. And we'll start filming those tomorrow. So stay on the tune. Stay on the notifications, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming next week. A lot of videos. But yeah. Let's do it. Nice, bro. Hopefully you got a good deal on it. Okay? FTW figures. Hopefully you got a good deal on it, man. They restocked on Amazon. Very, very nice, bro. Hopefully you got a great deal. Hopefully that comes sooner rather than later, bro. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.